It is Adventureland. We have arrived now to Adventureland, where we will go and we will have an adventure. We will have an adventure. I can't think of anything that rhymes with adventure.
Hello, and welcome to Hello, I am Lugch. Hello, I am Lugch, and I am here in Altoona, Iowa, at Adventureland, which is just outside of Des Moines, to go to their amusement park. A place I've never been before that I'm very excited to go to, because they have what has pulled me here, the underground roller coaster dark ride hybrid thing. It is an indoor wooden roller coaster, kind of like if you take Silver Dollar City's Fire in the Hole or Dollywood's Blazing Fury. Apparently it's like that, and I'm excited to go. And I have so many other fun things I want to do here, because apparently there's a little bit of a Disney influence when you first walk in, which you'll see shortly, but there's a lot of other fun stuff. So come along with me for a day of adventure in Adventureland, as I wear a shirt that I actually got at Adventureland in Disneyland to celebrate the occasion. So I'm rambling, always rambling with the rambles. Come on, just come on.
So it looks like parking is $21 for regular and $26 for preferred. Now, if you have an annual pass holder pass, definitely either 50% off or free. That's a good deal.
Remember, we parked in the itchy lot. Cute little facade here as you come to the ticket gate area. Now, I already bought my tickets in advance. They were about $40 or so, but there's a special going on. Normally they're about $70. So I think they have sales all the time, so it's good to check, because I think you can get a discount if you just look a little bit. So apparently that first little gate area wasn't the actual ticket booth area, that was just security check. So now that we're past security, we're inside, but not the park. But as you can see, the facade says Adventureland. As I've known in advance, it looks quite familiar to somewhere else. I can't quite place it. Some sort of other land, but I don't know. If you know, leave a comment in the comment section. Help me figure this out. So then to the right is where we go to actually get welcomed and come into the park. Our ticket has been scanned, and we shall now go on some epic adventures. That's what this sign says. It tells me I'm having some epic adventures. Okay. And as you can see, it's definitely nothing like Main Street, USA. Nothing at all. I think it's cute that they have the carousel right at the front. First ride, you can go right there with the little Ferris wheel in the back. But then also, just to the left is the train. Honestly, that's a good first ride, so might go for that. Yep, I think we're gonna go right into the train for the first ride. Here it comes, perfect timing. Oh wait, no, actually, I think it goes past and then does a loop that way. But let's go on the train first before we get down to the center of Main Street, not actually USA. All right, let's go find us a seat on the train. Okay, let's move up a little bit here. Thinking something. This looks good. Here we go. So this is a kind of train that doesn't have multiple stops. It does not even a Grand Circle tour. It kind of does a couple lollipops. So what that means is it goes on a track, does a circle, comes back, goes on another track, does another circle, comes back. So just one train. But it gives you a nice little tour of the front of the park. So let's go for a train ride. I know what you guys really come here for. Remember that big A at the front of the park that said Adventureland? You come to see the back side of the A. That's what it looks like. It looks like an upside down V. Can we get a woo woo? No woo woo. Just dingly ding. Oh, there's the woo woo! Asking, you shall receive. Just need a little patience. Looks like the Ferris wheel already has a line. Now, something I have not experienced too much yet, but I've heard is oftentimes they don't let single people on Ferris wheels. So we might find out, but I don't know if I want to be embarrassed by that. So we might not. Getting quite the nice view of this side of the park. Really seeing you got some sweet corn over there, funnel cake. You're gonna see a few of your rides. There's a new Viking section just right about now. classic teacups. Oh, it's not the most classic. It's more like the alien swirling saucers at Hollywood Studios. It goes other ways. That's cool. I appreciate that. This place just already has such a charm to it. This is called Phoenix. It is nothing like the one in Knoebels, but it looks fun nonetheless. Okay, so we're beginning the lollipop portion. So we were on a straight track and now we're gonna do a circle around this cute little lake here. That's the, you know, the candy part of the lollipop. Oh, I got a bridge. I hope this, oh, thanks. I hope this bridge is not too far to go across. Yes, yes. Let's see on the other side. Okay. Look at just cute with the bridge and the little pier and Adventureland is adorable. Oh, see that one in the back? That's the one I probably will not go on because I'm scared. So something fun on some roller coasters is when the roller coaster goes through the station, so you get the station flyby. But have you ever gotten a train station flyby? It's not as thrilling, but still has its merits. Okay, so now we're on the other side, past the station, on the second lollipop. So to the right, you got the, you know, the parking lot, and to the left, you got this great view of a green fence. Look at that. It's a nice shade of green, I guess. Okay, so one fun thing in the second lollipop is we get to go in a little bit of a tunnel. I'm not sure what's in the tunnel. Well, I have no choice but to see, so what's in the tunnel? Ah! It's a bunch of happy people on a train. That's what's in the tunnel. Honestly, there's really nothing in here, but it's delightful that everyone gets excited to go in the tunnel. That was a fun first ride of the train, so now we'll walk down Main Street. So actually some of these, it's hard to tell, but these are actual stores. It's not just facades. So appreciate that, find that cute. Oh, there is something over here I do want to check out, so let's go a little closer to the palace.
Boys and girls, welcome to Adventureland, the home of Iowa's best thrills. I'm P.T. Barnaby, and I am beyond thrilled to share with you all the incredible new adventures that await you. New this season. Get ready to embark.
I love this simple animatronic here who's just telling me all about what's going on in Adventureland.
This thrilling experience takes you into an abandoned coal mine in search of Sheriff Sam's lost gold.
Oh, he's talking about the ride I want to go on.
But beware of the notorious Bad Bob. His spirit still haunts the mine after a gold heist, and he has not been seen since.
Oh, gotta watch out for Bad Bob.
Can you outsmart him and claim the treasure for yourself?
Yes.
It's an adventure you won't want to miss.
Okay. I won't miss it then.
Guests will be able to enjoy the new Oinks, featuring Iowa pork products across from the teacups.
Okay.
Get a burger and Coke.
You're just full of information. You know, thank you, Mr. Guy, but we gotta get going. Okay, starting to walk down the middle of Adventureland's version of Main Street. Definitely, I like the slight Disney vibes. A lot of these signs are really great, like the cotton candy sign here and the sweet boutique over here, but I gotta tell you, I wish you could all smell it here. It smells like fresh waffle cones. It's fun to smell that first thing in the morning. So while this is very cute and everything, I haven't seen a map or anything yet, and I didn't see them passing out maps, so we're kind of just free exploring. I think what the best idea for me is, I'm gonna try to go straight to the underground, because that's what I'm here for, and that's what I care about. This is cool. They took old log flume vehicles and made planters out of them. That's a good way to reuse things. And there it goes. So besides for the underground, Monster is another roller coaster that I'm most excited for here. So we're gonna get some rides on that as well, but we gotta hit the dark ride inside wooden coaster first. That's just Clutch Law. That's Clutch Law. Documenting this tent because I will be coming back to it because I want to be here, but it is before noon, and so it might be just a smidge early. This is just a cool tunnel. It doesn't even go anywhere. It's not coming to, from, or anything. It's just a pretty cool tunnel. More tunnels, please. Okay, we found a map. Now we can figure out where we're going. So, we started there. I walked all the way to here, it looks like. And so we're going there.
Yeah, you gotta go around.
And we have found it. The underground. Alright, we got a cool new facade. That looks really, I love theming all the time. Got a 30-minute wait, so let's get in line and go on the underground. For what is definitely not the only time today. Got a bit of a back and forth cattle pen here. Hopefully this won't be too bad. It said 30 minutes. We'll see. Theming or lack of maintenance? You decide. Why not both? It has been just about 35 minutes, and I think we're almost there. The reported sign now says 50 minutes, so I just got in line just a moment too soon to see that information. So we're just about there. Just got to get into that door, and then I guess we're at the pre-show. Even though it doesn't have a pre-show at the Mystery Mine in Dollywood, it does kind of remind me of that a little bit here. Let's go all the way to the back here, see what's going on. Okay. Alright. Oh, look at this. That is something. It's dark, you probably can't see much, but this is... I think there's quite a bit of a pre-show here, which is why the line moves so slow, and then you wait for these doors to open before you actually get to go on the ride. So, and I think this guy up here might do something.
Well, howdy there. Welcome to the underground here at Adventureland. You know, old coal mines zigzag underground throughout the state. Fact is, Adventureland was built right over the top of one of the most notorious caverns to ever be dug out under Iowa soil. Now, one time, this here underground was the hideout for some of the most wanted outlaws and bank robbers ever to roam the territory. That is until Sheriff Sam got plumb fed up with it. You see, the story goes that when a large shipment of gold was robbed by Bad Bob and his gang, Sheriff Sam and his posse were just waiting for him. And when those scoundrels headed to the underground, Sheriff Sam proceeded to dynamite every entrance and exit known into the mine he could find. And that was the end of the underground. And the end was back.
Because the end of my story has been waiting for you.
loading station. And now the exit. Go on, get! We have made it out from the underground. Just got off the underground, and it was about a 50-minute wait, but let's talk about it. First of all, the ride. Amazing. I loved it. It was everything I wanted it to be. It is like, it reminds me of the Black Diamond Mine kind of coaster that's at Knoebels more than anything else, because it moves really fast, but there's no big drops or anything, but lots of good lighting effects, lots of fun animatronics. You just go past a bunch of scenes, and there's some kind of little bit terrifying imagery, but like, kids can handle it. But it was great. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. And there's theming everywhere. The pre-show was fun, but I will say now, as much as I love the ride, the operations of it were a little slow. I think that's partially the way the ride is structured, where the pre-show is like 2 minutes long, which seems a little bit too long, and then the loading, you have to get everyone in, and they have to put on a seatbelt, and then they put down a lap bar, and just, it seems to take a really long time. Like, the 50-minute wait, I think, is fully attributed to the slow boarding process and the kind of long pre-show. So, just know going in, it is a little bit slow to get on the ride, but honestly, the ride itself, absolutely worth the wait. So happy to have done this. Definitely want to do it again, but given the wait, gonna go do some other stuff first and hope we come back later for a shorter line. But yes, come to Adventureland for the underground. And stay probably for the underground and more fun stuff. While I try to find something to eat for lunch, because I'm hungry, I think what we're gonna do is walk towards the back of the park, which is across this bridge here, to kind of go on the roller coasters in the back there, as there's not too much back there. That's where you get to the water park portion, which I'm not doing today. But I think we're gonna go back there so that we can then make our way back forward later, since it's kind of a dead end in a way to go to the back part. So let's go across the fun bridge. Just had to stop here quickly to show you the flying tigers, as it's a cute little kids ride with airplanes, but I just love that they got the little clouds to cover up the machinery at the top. Those touches are just adorable. Looks like the back part of this is called Outlaw Gulch. So let's head to Outlaw Gulch. So entering Outlaw Gulch, we got a couple of rides here that I will not be going on for completely separate reasons. This is the Sidewinder, which, you know, is just a big crane that swings you back and forth. And then we have the cute little chuck wagon Ferris wheel, which just kind of swings you up and down, but lightly. I just am too big for this one. Even though they call it Adventureland, it looks a little like Frontierland. It actually reminds me of Roaring Camp Railroads when I went on a steam train, so go watch that if you haven't. That was a fun one. So the back of Outlaw Gulch, if you go that way, that's how you get to Adventure Bay. That's how you get to the water park portion of the park. It's not for me. I'm not really a water park fan, but that's how you go if you want to go, if you're a fan. And of course, at Outlaw Gulch, you have the very appropriate name, Outlaw. So let's go out for a ride. Alright, so it's posted 5-minute wait time, and it was about 5 minutes till we got to go up the ramp. And I gotta say, I appreciate that this is a ramp, and not a whole bunch of stairs. The stairs are exhausting. Go! Now come back! Alright, quick review of the Outlaw. The Outlaw was fun. Wasn't super intense. I was in the front row, so I don't think I got as much of it, but the little bit of airtime, it was fun. like, yeah, it was quaint. Nothing like super thrilling. It did some interesting layout stuff, but I will say, I think a bug flew up my nose. I hope that's what it was. Do I hope that's what something went in my nose? So watch out on the Outlaw for things going up your nose. Looks like they're starting to test a Sawmill Splash, which is this interesting kind of raft ride that it's pretty short and simple. It just goes up there and then goes down this tube thing, comes down here. Apparently you don't get too wet. Sounds fun. If it opens, might give it a go. All right, so this Sawmill ride has opened up and it is working, and it's a neat little thing. I mean, it doesn't have a huge footprint, so like, you know, you see it goes up there and they go down this little thing and we say goodbye for a second, and then in around, you know, 10 more seconds, they kind of flip around and you'll see it as they come, and sometimes they're spinning quite viciously. And let's see, here they come. Yes, that could be a little bit much. And then, little splash. Nice little ride. However, I will not be going on because part of the problem that we're seeing today is that operations are slow, and in this case, it's causing people to be sitting out in the sun for like 10-15 minutes while it takes like 2-3 minutes for each little car to go. So that's a little unfortunate. It seems like they should either cover this area or they really got to improve the operations on some of these things. Okay, I think it's time for some lunch at the Gulch, which is almost an anagram of lunch. So I guess I'm going for some Lugch. So just got a cheeseburger and some waffle fries and a water, and that apparently is worth $16 around these parts. So I don't think it's gonna taste like a $16 hamburger, but let's hope. I will say that was a lot tastier than I thought it was gonna be. So, well, $16 still cheap, or well, $16 a little steep, not cheap. Just still pretty good for amusement park food. So as I walk back from the Outlaw Gulch area, I realize, A, good idea to go back there because it's just the one roller coaster really, and then you get to the water park that way, but otherwise nothing else back there. So really, you hit the roller coaster, you can come back. But then coming back across the Cube Bridge, I'm kind of starting to realize the park is not super huge. Like I'm seeing how it seemed really big at first when I was lost, and now that I kind of know my way, not so big. So kind of glad, because I'm already a little tired. I've been on like 3 rides. Classic let's feed the fish off of the boardwalk attraction. I love when places still have this. You can get a cup of food for like $1, then throw it at them and they go not so much hog wild as much as have a fish frenzy. Got your classic Tilt-A-Whirl, because, you know, every land of adventure needs a Tilt-A-Whirl. Also got your classic Scrambler. I mean, what's an amusement park without a classic Scrambler? But given the day we're having, it does seem like it's also sunny side up. And then also, you have your bumper cars, classic. I gotta say, this is like one of the biggest bumper car spaces I have ever seen. A lot of room to bump into some cars. Nice. Not as many people on the train at this time. Interesting. Clutch has a great idea because he just ate lunch and he drank a lot of water and his stomach's very full. So might as well go on a roller coaster that spins you the most in this park, right? Right? Right. It's wrong, but it's right. This one's known as Phoenix, which again is very unlike the one at Knoebels, which is much more wooden. Just watch how fast this thing zips up. And go. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, believe it or not, I've never actually been on a roller coaster quite like that before. I know there's plenty out there, but I haven't been on one. I appreciate that the seats are facing away, not inwards, because as one person here today by myself, it would be awkward, so that worked for me. But that was fun. We didn't get a lot of spinning because of the weight distribution, but the way it moved and kind of spun, even in slight way, was just, it was smooth. It was just enjoyable. It's just kind of whipping you around and giving you little spins and interesting viewpoints. So Phoenix, for the win, rising from the ashes as one of the best roller coasters here today. So this whole new area is Viking themed, and they got two rides that I think is neat that kind of interact with each other. So you got the Flying Viking, which is the yellow roller coaster, and the Draken Falls, which is the Splash, which is the, what do you call it? Everyone, you know it. Put a comment in the comment section because my mind is throwing a blank on the shoot-to-shoot type ride. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I know many people have said this. It doesn't feel super Viking themed. Like, it feels like it needs a little bit more immersion. What's here is nice, but feels like it needs a little bit more. But either way, these look like fun rides. Haven't had a chance to go on them yet because they've each been 45-minute waits. So we might get there soon, but just wanted to show it to you because I think it looks nice. It does look nice. Another angle here of seeing how these all interact and sploosh you. But no, I like the colors. It just feels like it needs a little bit more something to really make it come alive. See, they even have some light theming with their little potato stand here. And food looks nice, and I like the theming, but like, you can't come up with something more clever than like potato patch, like, I don't know, what about like ancient grains. Boo. Still at a 15-minute wait. We'll go back on you at least once more, but hopefully having to wait less. Underground? Alright, I think it's about time I suck it up and wait in line for Monster. Because if I don't get on this, I will be very, very disappointed, as I've heard this is by far and away the best roller coaster in the park and a reason alone for visiting. So, before I get tired of waiting in line, let's go on the Monster. Or just Monster. Alright, we got a posted wait time of 45 minutes, so let's see how it goes. Oh, it is called the Monster. Huh. Something I do appreciate about the queue for the Monster is that it's covered the whole way. So this whole ramp is covered, and down there is covered, and that ramp is covered. Shade in parks is preferable and nice. That's a great car. And that's a vertical lift. And because of the canopy, I can't see what's going on. The mother of these birds should be ashamed for building their home right next to a roller coaster. Cute little station. It looks like they haven't completely finished yet, but okay. It's a really awesome just vehicle. Also, if you notice, it's just a lap bar.
Go. No, actually beat it to me. Oh. Whoa. Who's that? He's hiding from us now.
That was one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on, period. Full stop. Oh my gosh. That was just, the first drop is amazing. It's so smooth, and it's just so much hang time. Like, you're literally upside down, hanging for multiple minutes. It's exhausting and fun and great, and I'm speechless. Like, that is literally one of probably my top 5 in life. I need time to absorb it all, but like, people have said come to Adventureland alone for this roller coaster, and they are not messing around. Like, Underground is why I came, the Monster is why I stayed. Incredible roller coaster. So I didn't notice until I rode the Monster, but for some reason there's a lone dinosaur in the middle of it. To scare you, I guess. Oh my gosh, it's Barney! Guys, it's Barney! He's like the guy. He's famous around here. Like, that's his doghouse, and that's him. Yeah, makes sense he'd be near his doghouse. I just think he's fun. Hello, Iowa Beer and Wine. We meet again. I think it's time for a midday refreshment, given the screaming and the yelling and the revelry in fun that was the roller coaster so far. So here are the beers and wines and cocktails they have at the Iowa Beer and Wine tent. That's a fun stuff, but something I like in particular is they have a featured beer. The underground dry stout. Only $10, which is much cheaper than the rest of the stuff. So that's awesome. So while the beer was a little expensive, with tip and everything, it was almost 20 bucks. You do get a nice souvenir mug to take home with you, or a glass. It's kind of plasticky, but it's nice. So, $20 beer with a souvenir. We'll take it. So there's this cute little area in the back called Bernie's Barnyard, and I do just want to point out the Junior Jockeys ride. Because, well, if you watch my Dollywood video, you know how much I would love to go on this, but today just doesn't feels right. But just want to show you it's here because it's an amazing, amazing ride. So I think it's about that time to ride on the Tornado, which I believe is becoming, or by the time this video comes out, it may even already be an ACE landmark. So that's really cool. Now, something about this ride is it's sometimes easy to miss the entrance because it looks easy when I'm pointing at it, but it's like it's just kind of integrated with some of the midway rides. But also looking away over here, it's opposite the exit area of the monster. So that's the entrance to the Tornado. I absolutely adore that. As soon as you get in the line, there's just a little piece of tornado art right here. We need more art in roller coaster queues. Let's fancy up the place, shall we?
Enjoy your ride and keep your arm and fast. Be inside the car at all times.
Yes, double yes. That was fun. That packs a punch. It's really just an out and back, but just I was in the second to last row, and just the drops, the feelings you get, the ups. It was mostly just, you know, a bunch of bunny hills and such. But I see why they're making this an ACE landmark. That was great. That, of the two outside wooden roller coasters, this is the one to keep on riding. Oh my gosh, this is a pleasant park of joys. Make this man an ACE landmark as well. That operator yelling tornado might be one of the single greatest things I've ever experienced in a theme park, amusement park, whatever. I'm having a good, just tornado, potato. Well, it may be hard to see in the sun a little bit, but this is the Dragon Slayer. And I'd be remiss if I didn't at least show it to you, because I don't know if I'm gonna go on. I've never been on one of these, but they do not appeal to me with all this spinning. It's just a bit much for me. I feel like there's a part of me that needs to try to make sure I hate it, but I don't want to hate anything. Better to not know than to hate? I don't know. So maybe we'll give it a try, maybe we won't. There is a less spinning side, but I don't know if I can trust it. Okay, we're gonna watch it just to see how it goes. Because I want to see just how crazy is the spinning. So they go up. Okay, I see. Yep. They go up at a relatively normal angle, but you could go backwards, which is kind of crazy. Okay, let's see now. Sun is kind of crazy to look at. Here we go. And then no spinning quite yet. And then you start to flip, and you kind of go over. Oh, geez. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't. Just look at them. Like, I know it's kind of random. See that? No. No, I don't think so. I don't... No. 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 That's a hard pass from Clutch. Well, let's see if we can catch the Magic and Comedy Show. See what's going on. What's going on there? So you weren't allowed to film the magic show, but I can tell you, it was pretty good. Like, it was some really good, I don't know, illusions. I don't want to spoil it, but like, what they did was simple but effective. And I love magic, and I usually like knowing how magic's done, and I gotta tell you, I don't really know how they did some of this, so definitely worth checking this out. Also, the venue's just beautiful. I just love it in here. Okay, you convinced me. Let's go for another ride on the Monster. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful monster this is. After a second ride, still one of the best roller coasters I've been on in my life. So just a quick note about the monster that is the monster. Not actually about the ride itself, but like, so apparently, you know, this is my first time here, so I think it was a couple years ago they got rid of a sky ride, you know, like a chairlift ride that kind of is scenic through the park. I haven't seen where the old stations were, but the ride used to literally like be going through the ride here. Like the lines were interacting with it, so you kind of went through some of these loops, and it's a shame because that sounds really awesome. Like all sky rides having an element like that would be really, really cool. So just want to say, like, bring back the sky ride through the ride, that'd be cool. If there was some safety concern, I understand, but if not, bring it back. And I suppose, if it is a safety concern, put it somewhere else, because the sky ride in the park, always wonderful to get a little sky bird's eye view. So let's talk about these kind of rides, because I am not scared of heights, but for some reason these kind of rides just like, I don't feel super comfortable. Like, I've gone skydiving, I love zip lines, I have no problem being above the ground, but something about this style of ride just, I can do it, I just don't really enjoy it. Someone explained to me in the comments why I don't like this when I'm okay with heights for most part, but this thing, nope. Alright, so the underground still says 50 minutes, but I can see that the line is shorter. So obviously it's time for another ride on the underground. After a second ride on the underground, I can safely say that is one of the best indoor roller coasters I've ever been on. It's so much fun. I mean, there's not much roller coaster to it, but just the scenes are so fun. And something I noticed this time is a lot of times when you're going along, all the rock walls are kind of like coming in at you, and that's just a fun thing, and a lot of heat elements. So I can't tell if it's because it's hot outside or if it actually was just heat pumped. I don't know. It added anyway. But between the Monster and the underground, this park is great. I mean, if the lines weren't so long, I would just go underground, and then the Monster, then underground, and the Monster, and underground Monster. What if they made something called the Underground Monster? Well, because it's one of the last roller coasters I haven't been on that I would like to go on, and now it's down finally to a 25-minute wait, it's time to go on the Flying Viking. There's actually no wait at all. It said 25 minutes, and actually, it looks like it's close to 0 minutes. That's fantastic. I'm glad I waited. That was a delightful family coaster. Like, it goes around and it packs a little bit of a punch. Like, I felt some forces. That was like, it's definitely a family coaster, but it definitely has some more forces going, so that was cool. So I was on my way out, and I'm on the Main Street area, and there's this penny arcade, and I just decided to pick a side, but I didn't realize, so obviously there's an arcade, which is nice and modern, but there's a whole ride in here. There's a whole breakdance in here. I can't believe it. I am flabbergasted, which is the only kind of gasted I ever really have. Obviously have to take a stop in the gift shop. Got a lot of different shirts that are of all your favorite rides. They got Tornado, they got the Monster. They got the Outlaw. They got Flying Viking. Dragon Falls. They got everything. How much? Let's see how much something like this costs. We got looks like about $30. And you got a few mugs, things like that. How much are mugs? Oh, $17.99 or $18. Nice little selection here. Oh my gooseness, you guys, look at this blanket.
Oh, right here.
That may very well be the best blanket that's ever existed. Wow, that's cool. Let's see how much we're asking for a blanket. Flip. I have no idea. Over here you got some magnets and some keychains. Not a huge selection of stuff, but what they have is nice. They got these cool little model things you can build where this is of the Monster and it's an actual like replica of the outline of the actual ride, which is awesome. And they just got this cute little like farscape of the actual park. That's adorable. What a day we had at Adventureland Park. It was a great place. First visit, knocked it out of the park. It was very fun. I liked everything that was here. The variety was great. Spent about 7 hours in total. Lines were medium length, like probably 30-45 minutes for a handful, but like totally worth the trip here, especially getting the discounted fare to come in at the beginning. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. Come for the Monster, stay for the Underground, or the other way, come for the Underground, stay for the Monster. Just go Monster, Underground, back and forth. It's worth it all day. But this is a charming little park. Some of the operations weren't the best, like I said, on some of the roller coasters, but that's more the fault of the roller coaster than the actual employees. I feel like the employees were still doing what they could, and everyone was very friendly. But yeah, beautiful, cute little park. It feels very nostalgic and fun. And I'll say, if you did enjoy this, please, I don't go to theme parks only. I do many other things, but if you do like theme park videos that I do, you can watch a couple extras, meow, and meow. So, I'm glad you came along with me today. Goodbye. I am still Clutch.